Caught on camera. Racist cop assaults black teen. What her father did next will shock you. Have you ever imagined being attacked just because you look like someone else? Imagine living in a world where your skin color makes you a target. That's exactly what happened one afternoon when a racist police officer assaulted a black teenager, unaware that her father was a retired police captain. What happened next will leave you stunned. 17-year-old Olivia Carter was just wrapping up basketball practice, making her way home with her backpack slung over her shoulder. She was exhausted but excited. Her dad, a retired police captain, was making his famous homemade lasagna for dinner. She had no idea that within minutes, her life would take a devastating turn. A police cruiser rolled up behind her, moving slowly. Officer Brad Turner had received a vague report about a black teenager in a hoodie suspected of shoplifting. He didn't bother checking the details. To him, Olivia fit the description. Without hesitation, he flipped on his siren and barked into the speaker. "You! Stop right there. Hands where I can see them." Confused, Olivia turned around, her heart pounding. She had done nothing wrong. "Excuse me?" she asked, instinctively stepping back. But Turner was already out of his car, moving toward her aggressively. "Don't play dumb. Where's the stolen merchandise?" he demanded, gripping her arm roughly. "I don't know what you're talking about." "I didn't steal anything," Olivia cried, trying to pull away. But Turner didn't care. In his eyes, she was guilty. "Resisting arrest now," he sneered. Before she could react, his fist connected with her face hard. She stumbled backward, her vision blurring. Gasps erupted from bystanders. Some pulled out their phones, recording the shocking scene. Olivia clutched her cheek, tears welling in her eyes. "Why are you doing this?" "I didn't do anything," she sobbed. Turner wasn't done. He shoved her to the ground, pressing his knee into her back. "Stay down," he barked. The crowd erupted in protest. "She's just a kid," someone shouted. "You're hurting her," another voice yelled. Then, as if fate had scripted the moment, Olivia's phone, which had fallen to the ground, started ringing. The name on the screen? Captain Raymond Carter. A bystander, their hands shaking, picked up the phone. "Sir, you need to get here now. Your daughter is being attacked by a cop." Minutes later, the screech of tires filled the street. A black SUV came to a sudden stop, and out stepped Raymond Carter, tall, broad-shouldered, radiating authority. His presence sent a ripple of unease through the air. Years of service in law enforcement had made him a legend, respected by many, feared by some. Apparently, Officer Turner was one of the few who didn't know his name. The second Raymond saw his daughter on the ground, bruised and crying, something inside him snapped. His fists clenched, but he stayed composed. This wasn't the time for rage. It was time for justice. "Get off my daughter. Now." His voice was ice-cold, laced with controlled fury. Turner turned to face him. "Step back, sir. This is police business." Raymond pulled out his badge. Though retired, it still carried weight. "I know exactly what this is. This is racial profiling. This is an abuse of power. And you just made the biggest mistake of your life." Turner hesitated. The crowd around him had their cameras pointed right at him. There was no spinning the truth. Moments later, active duty officers arrived. One of them, Sergeant Daniels, immediately recognized Raymond. "Captain Carter? What's going on?" Raymond's voice was dangerously low. "What's going on is that your officer assaulted my daughter for no reason. I want him arrested. Now." Daniels looked at the crowd, the phones recording, the undeniable bruises on Olivia's face. Turner's fate was sealed. "Brad Turner, you're under arrest for assault," Daniels said, pulling out his cuffs. Turner's face twisted in shock. "You can't be serious. I was just doing my job." She fit the description. "No," Raymond shot back. "Your job is to serve and protect, not attack innocent people based on the color of their skin." The video of Turner's assault on Olivia spread like wildfire. News outlets picked it up. Social media exploded in outrage. #JusticeForOlivia trended worldwide as people demanded accountability. The police department had no choice. Turner was not only fired but charged with assault, excessive force, and misconduct. But Raymond wasn't done. He used his influence to push for stronger policies against racial profiling. He met with city officials, demanding stricter training and harsh penalties for officers who abused their power. Protests erupted, not just for Olivia, but for every Black person who had ever been unfairly targeted. At a press conference, Raymond stood beside Olivia, holding her hand. "This fight isn't just for my daughter," he declared. "It's for every innocent person who has suffered because of racism and police brutality. We need change, and we won't stop until we get it." And change did come. New laws were passed. Body cameras became mandatory at all times. Any officer found guilty of racial profiling would face immediate termination and criminal charges. The public demanded action, and the government listened. As for Olivia, she found strength in her pain. She became a voice for justice, sharing her story to inspire others. "I never want another teenager to go through what I did," she said in a viral interview. "We deserve to feel safe. We deserve to be treated with respect." Meanwhile, Turner, once an arrogant cop, sat in a courtroom, now just another man facing the consequences of his actions. No badge, no power, just a long road ahead, answering for his crimes. But this story isn't just about one incident. It's about the deep-rooted racism that still exists and the power of standing up against it. Raymond could have let anger consume him. Instead, he turned it into a force for change, and that's exactly what happened. So, what's the lesson here? That justice is possible, that no one is above the law, that every racist action has consequences, and most importantly, we must keep fighting for a world where no one is targeted because of the color of their skin. What do you think? Was justice served? How can we keep holding those in power accountable? Let's keep this conversation going. If this story opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we can make a difference. Let's keep fighting for justice.